Ladies and gentlemen, life isn't fair, but fairness is a lie designed to comfort the weak. Winners don't sit around waiting for life to hand them victories. They take what's theirs. Mental toughness is the defining line between those who dream and those who achieve. It's not a gift bestowed upon a select few. It's a skill, a mindset, a lifestyle. The best part, anyone can develop it. The foundation of mental toughness is discipline. Discipline is not a suggestion, it's a command. It's the power to do what must be done, regardless of how you feel. When the alarm clock rings at 5 a.m., discipline gets you out of bed. When the world tells you to quit, discipline pushes you forward. Discipline doesn't negotiate with excuses. It destroys them. Without it, you're a ship lost at sea, drifting aimlessly, powerless against the tides. Hardship isn't something to avoid, it's something to embrace. Stop running from discomfort and start chasing it. Comfort is a cage, trapping you in mediocrity. Adversity is the forge where strength is born. Think of the man who lifts heavy weights every day. His muscles grow because of the strain. Your mind is no different. The more challenges you face, the tougher you become. Learn to welcome difficulty, and you'll discover that every obstacle is a stepping stone to greatness. Mental toughness demands self-reliance. No one is coming to save you. Stop waiting for someone to hand you the keys to your dreams. Take them. Everything you need is already inside you, but you have to unlock it. This is your life, your journey, your responsibility. The sooner you accept that, the stronger you'll become. Fear is the greatest limiter of human potential. Most people let fear paralyze them, but the mentally tough use it as a weapon. Fear points you toward what matters most. It's not there to stop you. It's there to guide you. Every time you confront your fears, you strip them of their power. It's not about being fearless, it's about being courageous enough to act despite the fear. Clarity is crucial. You can't aimlessly wander through life and expect success. Know exactly what you want and fixate on it with laser focus. Cut out the noise, the distractions, the nonsense. Your time and energy are finite, don't waste them. Every moment spent on something meaningless is a moment stolen from your goals. Focus is not just a skill, it's a weapon. Wield it wisely. Routine is the backbone of resilience. A chaotic life creates a chaotic mind. Build a structure for yourself that fosters discipline and consistency. A strong routine minimizes unnecessary decisions, freeing up mental energy for what truly matters. Stick to your routine even when it feels monotonous. That monotony is the foundation of greatness. Endurance is the ultimate measure of toughness. It's easy to feel strong when things are going well, but true resilience is revealed in the storm. When life gets hard, and it will, mental toughness keeps you steady. It's the ability to keep moving forward, even when every part of you wants to quit. Endure the pain, the setbacks, the struggles. They are temporary. The strength you gain from them is permanent. Finally, adopt a mindset of abundance. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's belief backed by action. Stop doubting yourself. Prepare, act, and trust that you are capable of achieving greatness. Confidence is earned, not wished for. Show up every day. Give your best effort, and the results will speak for themselves. Mental toughness is not a mystery, it's a choice. It's choosing discipline over comfort, action over excuses, clarity over chaos. It's not an easy road, but it's the only road worth taking. The question isn't whether you're capable, the question is whether you're willing. So, what's it going to be? Will you rise, or will you settle? The choice is yours. Life isn't fair. Fairness is a comforting myth, whispered to those unwilling to rise above their circumstances. Winners don't pray for fairness. They embrace the chaos, navigate it, and thrive within it. Mental toughness isn't a genetic trait or a gift reserved for a chosen few. It's a skill that is forged through deliberate effort, relentless discipline, and an unwavering commitment to growth. Discipline is the cornerstone of mental toughness. It's not something you dabble in, it's a way of life. Discipline doesn't care how you feel, it commands you to act when your alarm blares at 5 a.m. Discipline drags you out of bed, even when the warmth of your sheets tempts you to stay. It's discipline that pushes you to the gym when your body aches and says, just one more set, when your muscles scream to stop. Discipline doesn't negotiate with weakness. It erases excuses and replaces them with action. Without discipline, all your dreams and goals are nothing more than fantasies. Adversity is not your enemy, ally. Stop fleeing from hardship and start chasing it. The truth is, every great achievement is born from struggle. Success doesn't come to the one who avoids discomfort. It comes to the one who endures it. Pain is a teacher, not a punishment. Imagine a sword being forged. It requires fire, hammering, and refinement. Your mind is no different. Every setback, every challenge, every moment of pain shapes you into someone stronger. The man who seeks comfort will forever remain average, but the man who embraces hardship becomes unstoppable. Self-reliance is another key to mental toughness. Stop waiting for someone else to solve your problems or hand you success on a silver platter. Nobody is coming to save you, and that's not a bad thing, it's liberating. Everything you need to achieve greatness is already within you. It's your responsibility to tap into it, to harness it, and to use it. The mentally tough know that their destiny is in their own hands. They don't blame others or make excuses. They take ownership, and in doing so, they take control. Fear is not the obstacle you think it is. Fear is your compass, pointing you toward what matters most. Most people allow fear to paralyze them, but those with mental toughness see it as an opportunity. Every time you face your fears, you grow stronger, and those fears lose their grip on you. It's not about being fearless. It's about having the courage to act in spite of fear. Remember this, the things you fear most are often the things that will set you free. Mental toughness also requires unwavering clarity. You cannot wander aimlessly through life and expect to achieve greatness. Define your goals with precision. Know exactly what you want and eliminate anything that doesn't serve that purpose. Distractions are the enemy of focus, and focus is the weapon of the mentally tough. Every action you take, every decision you make should bring you closer to your goal. Anything else is a waste of time and energy. Routine is your foundation. A strong daily routine minimizes chaos and builds resilience. It creates a rhythm that allows you to operate at your best day in and day out. Success is not built on sporadic bursts of effort. It's built on consistent action. Stick to your routine even when it feels monotonous, because that monotony is what builds greatness. Endurance is the ultimate test of mental toughness. When life hits you hard, and it will, it's not your strength that will see you through, it's your ability to endure. Mental toughness is not about being unbreakable, it's about bending without breaking. It's about standing firm when the storm rages around you. Endurance is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. Finally, you must adopt a mindset of abundance. Confidence isn't born from luck. It's earned through preparation, action, and belief. Stop doubting yourself. Instead, prepare so thoroughly that doubt becomes irrelevant. Confidence is not arrogance. It's the quiet assurance that comes from knowing you've done the work. Mental toughness is not a mystery, it's a choice. It's choosing discipline over comfort, clarity over chaos, and action over excuses. The path is simple, it's just not easy, but that's what makes it worthwhile. So I ask you, will you choose to rise or will you settle for mediocrity? The decision is yours, and so are the consequences. Choose wisely. Self-reliance is the ultimate cornerstone of mental toughness. It's the foundation upon which every success is built. In this world, the truth is harsh but liberating. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you dream of. You can wait for years for the right opportunity, the perfect circumstances, or a helping hand, but that wait will lead you nowhere. Self-reliance is the acknowledgement of this truth, the decision to take complete ownership of your life. When you depend on others, you hand them the reins to your destiny. You give them control over your potential and your path. But when you rely on yourself, you take that power back. Self-reliance means you don't blame circumstances, people, or luck for where you are. It's understanding that your life is the result of your choices, your actions, your mindset. It's a mindset that says, no matter what comes my way, I have the ability to adapt, overcome, and succeed. To be self-reliant, you must develop an unshakable belief in your abilities. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's the quiet assurance that you can handle whatever life throws at you. This belief doesn't come from blind optimism. It comes from preparation and action. You build confidence by consistently showing up, putting in the work, proving to yourself that you are capable. Self-reliance also demands that you take responsibility for your life. This means owning your mistakes and failures as much as your successes. When things go wrong, don't point fingers or make excuses. Instead, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? This level of accountability is what separates those who stagnate from those who grow. By owning your failures, you gain the power to learn from them and turn them into stepping stones for success. Another aspect of self-reliance is independence of thought. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your path. The world is full of noise, voices telling you what to do, who to be, and how to live. If you let those voices control you, you'll never become your true self. Self-reliance means trusting your instincts and making decisions based on your values and goals. It's not about rejecting advice or ignoring wisdom. It's about filtering the noise and staying true to your vision. To live a life of self-reliance, you must also develop resilience. The road to success is filled with challenges, setbacks, and failures. If you crumble at the first sign of difficulty, you'll never make it. Resilience is the ability to bounce back stronger after every setback. It's about knowing that no matter how many times you fall, you have the strength to rise again. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you cultivate through practice, grit, and determination. Self-reliance doesn't mean going it alone. It doesn't mean rejecting help or collaboration. What it does mean is that even when you work with others, you remain in control of your own journey. You don't rely on anyone else to do the heavy lifting for you. You seek partnerships, not dependencies. You value teamwork, but remain fully capable of standing on your own if needed. When you embrace self-reliance, you unlock a profound sense of freedom. You realize that your life is in your hands and that your potential is limitless. This realization is both empowering and daunting. Places the burden of success squarely on your shoulders, but it also gives you the tools to shape your destiny. With self-reliance, you stop waiting for permission to succeed. You stop seeking validation from others. Instead, you focus on your goals, your growth, and your journey. Toughness begins and ends with self-reliance. It's the ability to say, I am enough, I have what it takes, and I will create the life I deserve. So, stop looking outward for answers and start looking inward. Everything you need is already within you. Trust yourself, bet on yourself. Never let anyone take control of your life. The world may not owe you anything, but you owe it to yourself to become everything you're capable of being. Fear is the silent thief of dreams. It sneaks into your mind, whispers doubts, and convinces you to settle for less than what you're capable of achieving. Here's the truth: fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signal, a guide, and if you harness it correctly, one of your greatest allies. Mental toughness is built on your ability to confront fear, master it, and use it to propel yourself forward instead of letting it hold you back. Most people let fear paralyze them. They avoid situations that make them uncomfortable, shy away from challenges, refuse to take risks because the unknown feels too daunting. But avoidance doesn't eliminate fear, it amplifies it. Every time you run from fear, you feed it, giving it more power over your life. The mentally tough know that the only way to overcome fear is to face it head on. Think about the moments in life when fear has stopped you, when you wanted to take a leap of faith, try something new, or push beyond your limits, but fear whispered, "What if you fail?" That voice is familiar to everyone. But the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain stuck is simple action. The mentally tough don't let fear dictate their choices. They act despite it, knowing that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward, even when fear is present. Fear is a natural part of growth. Anything worth achieving will come with a degree of uncertainty. If you're not afraid, you're not aiming high enough. Fear shows you where your boundaries are. Mental toughness is about shattering those boundaries. The things you fear the most often hold the greatest rewards. If you fear public speaking, it's likely because there's potential for growth in commanding an audience. If you fear starting a business, it's because there's a chance to create something extraordinary. Fear is a compass pointing you toward your greatest opportunities. When you face your fears, you strip them of their power. The act of confronting fear diminishes its control over you. Each time you do something that scares you, you become a little braver, a little stronger, and a little more confident. Fear thrives in the unknown, but once you step into that unknown, you realize it's rarely as terrifying as you imagined. The mentally tough understand this. They train themselves to step into discomfort, knowing that fear is temporary, but the growth it brings is permanent. Fear isn't just an emotional response, it's also a physiological one. When you feel fear, your heart races, your palms sweat, and your mind becomes hyper-focused on the perceived threat. This is your body preparing for action. Use it. Channel that energy into something productive. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, let it fuel you. Turn it into adrenaline that sharpens your focus and drives you forward. The mentally tough also know that fear can be managed through preparation. Fear often comes from uncertainty, so eliminate as much uncertainty as possible. Prepare so thoroughly that you leave no room for doubt. If you fear failure, arm yourself with knowledge, skills, and a plan. Preparation builds confidence. Confidence weakens fear. Another key to mastering fear is shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing fear as something to avoid, see it as an opportunity to grow. Reframe failure as a learning experience rather than a catastrophe. Every failure brings you closer to success because it teaches you something valuable. When you stop fearing failure, you start taking bigger risks, and with bigger risks come bigger rewards. Mental toughness isn't about living a life without fear. It's about building a life where fear doesn't control you. It's about recognizing that fear is a natural part of any worthwhile journey and choosing to move forward anyway. The question isn't whether you'll feel fear, it's what you'll do when you feel it. Will you let it stop you, or will you use it as a stepping stone to greatness? Fear will always be there. It doesn't have to define you. Face it, challenge it, and conquer it. In doing so, you'll discover a strength within yourself that you never knew existed. And that strength is what will carry you to the heights you've always dreamed of reaching. Focus is the most potent weapon you possess in the pursuit of mental toughness. Without focus, even the strongest ambition fades into chaos. Success is not about being busy or scattering your energy across countless tasks. It's about directing all your efforts toward a singular goal with unwavering precision. A laser beam can cut through steel not because of its strength, but because of its concentrated focus. Your mind works the same way. Clarity and focus transform potential into power. When you know exactly what you want, everything else becomes irrelevant. Clarity is the starting point. You cannot chase an unclear vision. Most people fail not because they lack talent or effort, but because they don't know what they're aiming for. Their goals are vague, and their actions are scattered. But clarity eliminates confusion. It sharpens your priorities and shows you what truly matters. When you have a clear target, you don't waste time on distractions. Every decision becomes easier because you measure it against one question: does this move me closer to my goal? Focus requires discipline. It demands that you say no to things that don't serve your purpose. This is where most people falter. They try to do everything, be everywhere, and please everyone. But mental toughness comes from understanding that every yes to one thing is a no to something else. You cannot give 100% to your goals if you're constantly pulled in a dozen directions. The mentally tough have the courage to prioritize ruthlessly, cutting away anything that doesn't align with their vision. Distractions are the enemy of focus. In today's world, they're everywhere: social media, notifications, endless streams of information. These distractions steal your time and energy, leaving you drained and unproductive. Mental toughness is about building a fortress around your focus. Turn off the noise, set boundaries, and create an environment that supports your goals. The mentally tough don't allow their attention to be hijacked by trivialities. They guard it fiercely because they know that where their focus goes, their energy flows. Focus isn't just about eliminating distractions, it's about fully committing to the present moment. When you're working on a task, give it your all. Don't let your mind wander to the past or the future. The power of focus lies in being completely absorbed in the now. Whether you're training your body, building a business, or pursuing a passion, immerse yourself fully. This kind of focus not only improves performance, but also deepens your sense of fulfillment. Mental toughness also means staying focused even when the journey gets tough. Distractions aren't always external, they're often internal. Self-doubt, fear of failure, impatience are some of the biggest threats to focus. When the results don't come as quickly as you hoped, it's tempting to give up or shift your attention elsewhere. But the mentally tough resist this urge. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They stay committed to their vision, trusting the process even when progress seems invisible. Focus requires constant refinement. Your goals may evolve, and that's okay. What's important is that you periodically reassess and realign your focus to ensure it's still serving your ultimate purpose. Mental toughness is about adapting without losing sight of the bigger picture. Stay flexible in your approach, but rigid in your commitment to your vision. Finally, focus is about channeling your energy into what you can control. Too many people waste time worrying about things they can't influence. The mentally tough focus solely on their actions, knowing that effort and persistence are the only variables within their power. They don't get distracted by external circumstances or other people's opinions. They concentrate on doing the work day in and day out. Mental toughness is rooted in the ability to focus relentlessly on what matters most. It's about ignoring the noise, eliminating distractions, committing fully to your vision. Success doesn't come to those who dabble. It comes to those who dedicate themselves fully. Focus is not just a skill, it's a way of life. And the stronger your focus, the stronger your ability to achieve anything you set your mind to. Routine is the backbone of mental toughness. It's not glamorous and it's rarely exciting, but it is absolutely essential. A strong routine provides structure, consistency, and a sense of control over the chaos of life. It's the invisible framework that allows you to build success one disciplined action at a time. Without routine, Even the most ambitious plans crumble under the weight of inconsistency and disorganization. People often underestimate the power of routine because it feels monotonous. But greatness isn't built in a single moment of inspiration. It's built in the countless, often boring, hours of consistent effort. It's waking up at the same time every day, hitting the gym even when you don't feel like it, and dedicating yourself to your goals day after day, regardless of how you feel. This consistency becomes a habit, and habits, over time, shape your destiny. A solid routine minimizes decision fatigue. Every day, you're faced with an overwhelming number of choices, and each decision takes a toll on your mental energy. A routine eliminates unnecessary decisions, freeing up your mental capacity for what truly matters. When you wake up at the same time, eat similar meals, and follow a structured schedule, you're not wasting energy debating trivial choices. Instead, you're directing that energy toward the actions that will move you closer to your goals. Routine also creates momentum. Success is rarely about grand gestures. It's about small, consistent actions that compound over time. Each time you stick to your routine, you reinforce your discipline and build confidence in your ability to stay committed. This momentum makes it easier to keep going, even when motivation wanes. Mental toughness isn't about relying on fleeting bursts of inspiration. It's about building a system that keeps you moving forward, no matter what. A well-crafted routine isn't rigid, it's adaptive. Life is unpredictable, and there will be times when your schedule is disrupted. The mentally tough understand this and adjust without losing their focus. They have core habits and rituals that anchor them, allowing them to maintain stability even when circumstances change. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Routine also serves as a benchmark for accountability. When you have a clear structure, it's easy to track your progress and identify areas where you're falling short. It holds you accountable to yourself, ensuring that you're putting in the work every single day. The mentally tough don't rely on external validation or motivation. They find it within their routine. Beyond productivity, routine provides a sense of security and control. In a world that often feels chaotic, having a predictable structure gives you a sense of stability. It's a reminder that, no matter what happens, you have a foundation to return to. This stability is crucial for mental resilience, allowing you to weather challenges without losing your balance. Routine doesn't just apply to your work or fitness, it applies to every area of your life. The mentally tough incorporate routines for rest, reflection, and self-care. They understand that success isn't just about pushing harder, it's about sustaining the energy and mindset needed to stay in the game for the long haul. Rest isn't laziness, it's a strategic part of the routine that ensures longevity and peak performance. The power of routine lies in its simplicity. It's not about reinventing the wheel, it's about doing the basics consistently well. It's about mastering the fundamentals and committing to them day in and day out. It might not be flashy, but it's incredibly effective. Mental toughness is forged in the daily grind of routine. It's built in those early mornings, the disciplined evenings, and the moments when you choose to stick to the plan, even when it's the last thing you want to do. A strong routine is the ultimate expression of self-mastery. It's not just a tool for success, it's the foundation of a life lived with purpose and power. Endurance is the cornerstone of mental toughness. It is the ability to keep going when every fiber of your being screams at you to quit. In life, the path to success is long, arduous, and often filled with obstacles that test your resolve. While emotions can be fleeting and unreliable, endurance is steadfast. It doesn't waver with the highs and lows of life. It remains consistent, pushing you forward no matter the circumstances. To build true mental strength, you must prioritize endurance over emotion. Emotions are powerful, but they are also unpredictable. One moment, you're motivated and ready to conquer the world. The next, you're questioning everything and wondering if it's even worth it. Motivation, excitement, and passion are great for starting something, but they're rarely enough to sustain you through the grind. Endurance, on the other hand, doesn't rely on how you feel in the moment. It's the ability to show up and do the work, even when the spark isn't there. When you let emotions dictate your actions, you become inconsistent. You work hard on the days you feel good, but on the tough days you falter. Endurance eliminates this inconsistency. It teaches you to keep going regardless of your mood, your energy levels, or the challenges in front of you. It's about building the discipline to act in alignment with your goals, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Endurance is a mindset. It's the belief that no matter how hard things get, you can handle it. It's the determination to push through pain, fatigue, and doubt, knowing that the reward lies on the other side. Endurance doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means acknowledging them without letting them control you. You may feel fear, frustration, or despair, but you don't let those feelings dictate your choices. You press on because you understand that emotions are temporary. The results of your actions are lasting. Endurance is built through repetition and resilience. Every time you push through a difficult situation, you strengthen your mental and physical capacity to endure even more. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The mentally tough embrace challenges as opportunities to build their endurance. They don't shy away from discomfort. They lean into it, knowing that it's the key to growth. One of the greatest tests of endurance is time. Success rarely happens overnight. It's the result of years, sometimes decades, of consistent effort. The mentally tough understand this and don't expect instant gratification. They're willing to put in the work day after day, year after year, because they're focused on the long-term reward. They endure because they know that every small step forward brings them closer to their ultimate goal. Endurance also requires mental fortitude. It's easy to get discouraged when progress is slow or when setbacks arise. The mentally tough don't let temporary obstacles derail them. They view setbacks as part of the journey, not the end of it. They keep their eyes on the bigger picture and remain committed to their vision, no matter how difficult the road becomes. Endurance over emotion is about mastering yourself. It's about recognizing that you have the power to choose your actions regardless of how you feel. It's the discipline to stay the course, the resilience to bounce back from failure, and the strength to keep going when others have given up. When you prioritize endurance, you become unstoppable because no amount of adversity can break you. Ultimately, endurance is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's not the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented who succeed. It's the ones who endure. So when the road gets tough and your emotions start to waver, remember this: emotions are fleeting. Endurance is forever. Keep going, and the results will follow. The mindset of abundance is a game changer when it comes to mental toughness. It's the belief that there are endless opportunities, resources, and possibilities available to you, no matter what challenges you face or how competitive the world seems. Most people operate from a scarcity mindset where they see life as a zero-sum game. If someone else wins, they lose. If resources are limited, they must fight to get their share. This way of thinking breeds fear, jealousy, and a constant feeling of lack. But the mentally tough reject scarcity thinking entirely. They understand that life's possibilities are vast and that success is not a limited resource. Adopting a mindset of abundance means shifting your focus from what you don't have to what you can create. It's about seeing problems as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, competition as motivation rather than a threat. When you believe there is enough for everyone, you stop wasting energy on envy or fear of missing out. Instead, you channel your energy into growth and contribution. This shift frees your mind from negativity and opens it to creativity and innovation. You begin to see paths where others see walls. Abundance mindset also means trusting that your efforts will be rewarded. It requires confidence in your ability to generate value and create opportunities. When you believe that your success is not dependent on luck or external factors, but on your own actions and mindset, you become unstoppable. This confidence propels you to take risks, pursue ambitious goals, and keep pushing forward even when the odds seem against you. Those with an abundance mindset don't hoard knowledge or skills out of fear of competition. They share, collaborate, and learn from others. They understand that growth is exponential when you build networks and communities. This openness creates a positive cycle. Giving leads to receiving, sharing leads to gaining, and collaboration leads to breakthroughs. It's a mindset that fosters resilience because you're not isolated in your struggles, you're connected and supported. Living with a mindset of abundance requires daily practice. It means catching yourself when scarcity thoughts creep in, when you feel jealous, insecure, or fearful, and consciously reframing those thoughts. Instead of thinking, "There isn't enough for me," you train yourself to think, "There's plenty for everyone, including me." This mental rewiring takes effort, pays off in greater peace, confidence, and mental strength. An abundance mindset transforms how you approach failure as well. Instead of fearing it or seeing it as proof that you're not good enough, you view failure as feedback, an essential part of growth and learning. You understand that failure doesn't diminish your potential, it expands it by teaching you what to avoid and how to improve. This outlook keeps you persistent and open to new possibilities, even when things don't go as planned. Ultimately, the mindset of abundance liberates you from the chains of limitation and fear. It empowers you to dream bigger, take bolder actions, Sustain the mental toughness necessary to face adversity head on. When you truly believe that life is abundant and opportunities are everywhere, you stop settling for mediocrity. You become a force that creates, conquers, and thrives no matter what obstacles stand in your way. The core of mental toughness lies a powerful combination of relentless endurance, unwavering focus, disciplined routine, fearless confrontation of challenges, and a mindset rooted in abundance. It's not about being free from fear or never facing setbacks. It's about how you respond when those moments come. Mental toughness is forged in the daily choices to push forward despite discomfort, to concentrate on what truly matters, to embrace routine as the foundation of progress, to believe that opportunities are limitless. When you adopt these principles and make them your way of life, you become unstoppable. No obstacle can break you, no fear can control you, and no challenge can derail your purpose. This is the secret to true mental strength, the relentless pursuit of growth, powered by discipline and an unshakable belief in yourself.